Sounds to me a little bit like some of the guys in the village were not exactly the kindest to their families. I'm not saying that, like, what happened and stuff was some kind of a punishment for them. I'm not saying that. Anything like that. I'm just saying some of the guys are a little bit... Maybe it's just the stress from the situation, but some of the guys are a little bit, like, short with the members of their family they talk to, or other people in general, actually, for that matter. Nothing really going on in the backyard, apparently. All the way around. Go back. Car's still got its flashers going, blinking. Another one of these.
There's something in the observatory with me. I can feel it reaching out to me. When it's close, I'm overcome with the most profound sense of loneliness.
Some force making her feel extra lonely in the observatory? That sounds interesting. So strange, like hard to figure out what really is going on. It's gonna be another everybody died upstairs thing.
Wendy, wake up.
Eddie, is that you?
No, it's me. It's Frank.
Oh, Frank. The door was open. I didn't think Graham would mind.
I'm sure he won't. What are you doing here?
Looking for Stephen, but I just ran out of steam. And the door was open. Have you listened to the radio? I thought I heard him on the radio before.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away.
What's he talking about?
I dunno ken. But if he's on the radio, I can try and reach him on the CB. You go to Stephen's house And if I get hold of him, I'll tell him to come and find you.
For those who don't speak Scottish ease or North England ease, ken means to know. So he said he didn't know. Probably could figure it out in the context, but just in case. Alright. Okay, why are you, like, stuck hovering over here? What is it you're trying to get me to do? I don't know. I'm not sure what the point of that is. But it was flying everywhere, and now it's hovering just right there for some reason. A little bit odd. I'll be straight with you. It's a little bit odd. Okay. That's just rocks. So I doubt... That probably is to continue on, so let's go up this way.
Come on, you stupid bastard. Christ, not now. Come on. God damn bloody thing! Jesus! Come on, not now! Jesus, come on, you bastard! Start, you bastard! Come on! Ah!
So, I wonder if that was Stephen trying to get back to the observatory without having to walk, or if that was Stephen trying to leave and not being able to.
Stephen?
Where?
Stephen, are you here? It's your mother. Answer me. Stephen!
Is she up here? I didn't see her silhouette this time. That's weird.
What have you done, Stephen? Oh, Kate.
But what? I'm confused. What happened? What have you done, Stephen? Oh, Kate. I don't understand. Okay, maybe this will help.
There must be a logic to the pattern. It's shifting in response to me. It's alive. It's the only explanation.
And if we're Kate walking around, it still responds to us, I guess? thing. And we came in through here. Wasn't anything this way, right? You couldn't get in here? No. Alright. So I guess we'll go out the side door. You think so? I don't know. It's possible.
Stephen,
It's hard to
where's
say.
Are you here?
Another save point. Well, I guess the assumption was we went in that door there rather than going around the backside. I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, we have another save point, so.
Stephen? I can hear the planes. It's the government coming to rescue us. You can come out now. It's all gonna be all right. I can hear the jets coming. It's like when Eddie came home. It's like your dad coming home again. I'm here. I'm down here. This way.
All these people hoping and waiting for some kind of rescue. Seems like it never came, and they all just met their fates. They got changed into light. Some kind of other life form consumed them. I'm not sure what happened exactly. Looks like this is probably the end of the game, though. I mean, given that everything's dark now and we're following a light path. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Something coming up. It's a different light, like a reddish orange. Is this us? Is this finally we've turned into light also? Nope. That is Frank. So we're now in the next part of the game. That was... So the first part of the game, down in Yachton, was Jeremy up there through all those houses and kind of not farmhouses, but like country houses. That was Wendy and her whole story. And Wendy, I guess, was Stephen's mom. And now we're with Frank. Okay, so we circled from there, so now we're heading on the footpath. Okay. When you have this, you're supposed to be able to cross it. I just wasn't sure.
I messed up, Frank, but I'd done my time. They shouldn't keep on punishing me.
Some folk won't let go, Reese, and they've got nothing better to do than to poke their noses into other people's business. There's nothing you can do about it, son.
I'm doing a good job. I'm working hard. I swear, Mrs. Graves thinks I'll start nicking stuff if she turns her back for a second.
Liz is all right. She's one of the good ones.
Yeah, well, she's not exactly honest with her husband about what she gets up to.
None of that. You're angry about people judging you. Don't be so fast to judge others.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Keep your gob shut, your nose clean, and your head down. Do you think you can manage that?
Gob, nose, head. Got it.
And steer clear of that Rachel girl. If I've seen you two making eyes at each other, then so's her dad. And you don't want Sam Baker coming round after you. Now, pass me that socket spanner and we'll see if we can get this wheel back on.
Okay. Continue on the footpath. There is the road that way. Let's jog down the road a little bit and see if it really just goes back to Yachton, where we've already been, or if it's somewhere else. Yeah, see, I don't think I've been to this. In fact, there's that radio sound making it pretty clear. Okay, I'm starting to get the feeling, except for in Yachton at first where it kind of, you can go multiple ways, I'm starting to get the feeling that that moving ball of light really is just leading us to where we go to move the story along. And we've been splitting off, so I'm going to go back to the footpath and try to continue, because I think that's what it's trying to do, is basically let us just continue the story. In Yachton, it was a little difficult to tell because it seemed a little, I don't know, it went in directions that didn't really seem to connect to other things or anything. But the more now that I kind of continue with the game, the more it seems like it's directing us. Does not mean that there is not stuff to see on the side, though. So we will still be exploring to the side here and there. I just want to generally stick to the path that it follows. See, and now we're going back to that park area, right? Yeah. This is, and there's that pond there. Okay, so this, we don't need to keep following. We've already been here. Like, this is empty, but the previous one had a suitcase, that kind of stuff. Okay, so where had we... over here. There we go. And this was shut before, but it's open now that we've progressed the story some. Got it. This may end up winding its way to where the ball of light went anyway. Or maybe not. I mean, it's hard to say. The middle there, though, is a stop for sure. Well, so that probably is going to continue and move us away from the stop, so... wander through the fields a little bit here, but my guess is we won't find anything extra by doing this. But just in case. There are these houses. I think we get to those by backtracking a little bit or continuing one of the two. Okay, so we'll just go up here, I think. Alright, Frank, what are you showing me? Oh, another cutscene. Okay.
Can you see the observatory from there?
That's over the ridge, just past the windmill. You want to live near the station in case you need a quick getaway?
Something like that. So you and Steven, I'm sensing there's not a lot of love lost there, huh?
That's between him, me, and the cows.
You're gonna have to explain that one for me.
It's nobody else's business. Look, you seem all right to me. You don't want to worry about that lot in the village.
Provided I'm left alone, I'm happy. Steven's the one who likes to be at the center of things.
No change there, then.
Francis Appleton. You are a bad man. No wonder your sister won't talk to you.
Yeah. See, so that's part of the thing, too. So Kate was meeting with success in her career. She didn't really want the spotlight. Conversely, Steven was struggling to find success, but he wanted the attention. So that makes it doubly hard for him, I'm sure. Okay, so now back out here. We passed this earlier, heard like a radio message, but couldn't quite get to it from where we were. So we'll do some side exploration here now. Up this way, I think, is where the signal was. Yeah, there you go. You can hear it. So now we'll hear Kate talk about more of the discoveries she's made.
All the power spiked with the last discharge and then went out again, and I could see the aurora dancing around Tower 6. At the same time, the headache intensified, and I think I began to hallucinate. Old and new memories are clashing and tumbling around me. We're on the cusp of a breakthrough. I can feel it.
Well, she talked about headaches and hallucinations, which worries me because that is the set of, I think, part of the set of symptoms other people ran into before they basically bled out and then converted to light. That said, I'm not positive, but like
How best, Graham?
I
Morning, Frank.
You look a little out of breath. What's up?
we are
Bloody
Kate,
observatory
so-
gates have failed. I came to see if I could borrow a ladder.
Bloody hell, there's a 12-foot drop the other side of that wall.
I'm old, but I'm not useless, no. Can I borrow the ladder?
No one said you were useless. Reese,
Hi, Frank.
fetch Graham the ladder, will you, lad? It's round the side of the barn.
Will do.
And you be careful. I don't want Stephen Appleton coming mithering round here because you've broken your neck.
I wonder how far. Well, so a couple things actually. Firstly, they mentioned earlier, I think it was one of the radio broadcasts from people outside, or maybe it was the pair of police officers. Anyway, they mentioned earlier that this seems to have been spreading beyond their containment. That they had thought they had this they had all this handled because they'd done the quarantine, but it didn't actually stop it. So it got outside of the quarantine zone. I think that's one thing that will confirm, or if not confirm again later, at least need to keep in mind. So that's one. And then two, the infection seems to be lethal in all cases. Except, I don't know if we're Kate as a ball of light going around, although I kind of doubt it. So there's not like little swirl things around us and stuff. So unless we're Kate in a different form, it's possible somehow Kate was not killed by it for whatever reason. Although other people were.
It's bloody England. You can't just stop the train, stop people travelling about the place. I don't like it, Frank. I don't like it at all.
Well, nobody likes it. No sense sweating cobs over it.
Folk all riled about it, giving me grief. I didn't stop the bloody trains, did I? And did they give me any warning? No, they bloody didn't. Yesterday, it's all like keep 'em calm, Howard, minor disruptions, and today it's all government edicts and not until further notice, and you'll manage. Half the village has vanished.
It's a couple of people. It's hardly half the village.
Oh, right now. But you forget, I've seen things. I was in the Falklands. I tell you, I got out the old air raid siren to test it this morning.
Air raid siren. What on earth are you going to do with one of those?
I found it in the station storeroom. Took it home, stuck it under the bed. Thought it might be worth something one day. Oh, damn it.
It's all right. It's just a nosebleed. Here, use my Yankee. It's clean.
Thanks, Frank, thanks. Been getting like a bloody drain all day.
So Howard will not last much longer than from that conversation if he's been bleeding from the nose all day. Gosh. Thing is, I don't know how much this circles or doesn't circle around. Like, do we continue on that way or do we continue down further the other way? I don't know.
So, he managed to get the transfer to the observatory then?
Well, this Catherine woman must have swung it. Now he says they're getting married before they come back. It's typical. Why can't he just wait till he's home?
Are you gonna go?
Goodness, no. It'll be full of her people. I expect they do things differently.
You wanna come in for a cup of tea?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, for Christ's sake, woman, it's been 8 months. Won't you just come in and talk?
Well, you didn't want to talk when Mary was still alive. You and Charlie Tate out drowning your sorrows when you should have been at home nursing your wife.
You can be a nasty old bird, Wendy Boyles.
Frank Appleton, you come back here and say that again. Our mother always said you were a bad egg. You'll come a cropper, you mark my words.
I almost feel like maybe there are just a few houses over here, and then we continue going the way we were just going. Let's go over here and make sure we don't miss something. All right. See if we can get into this house here. Should be able to, I think, because there's one of the signals going.
The radio telescope in Tower 6 is burned out. The background radiation coming in from the Penrose region is off the scale. It's like mathematics is bending along with the light. Everything is bathed in a strange glow. My face is still numb from the burn.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I would expect to hear some sound or see some light or something as we're going around. Also, it seems like the other things of light, like the ball flying around and stuff, it seems like they cannot really interact with doors and things, whereas we can open doors. Maybe we're just a special version of stuff? I don't know. See, now there's the light stuff around us. If we go into this other room, or, well, outside, let's say. See, all that is in there. Well, now it's out here, too. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. But it's like we can hear stuff beforehand or something. I really don't know what's going on. Just as I start to think I figured something out, then I have not, turns out. I goes upstairs. Where's this go? Sounds like another save point somewhere close by. And that was across the street. We'd actually gone down that road. Okay. So then... Bathroom, nothing, right? Can't even get in there. Okay. Yeah, in there is a light thing. There we go. Oh, is this actually Frank? Oh, this is actually the Frank ball or whatever. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. I was using left mouse button, not right mouse button. Right mouse button is what I used to drag.
How's your sister, Frank?
We've not spoken since the funeral.
Ah, I see. Well, listen, I did rather wonder if you might do me a bit of a favor and check in on her, see if she's all right.
Dr. Wade, if they dropped the bomb, there'd be no left but cockroaches and Wendy Boyles.
It's a bit odd, really. There's an old chap, John Coles, regular visitor at Lakeside, went walkabout sometime last night. Now it appears Mrs. Boughton has done the same.
Enid? Well, that'd be clever. They amputated her leg last spring.
Yes, that's the thing. I've also got a surgery full of people with nosebleeds and headaches. The council are saying influenza, but I've been practicing for 35 years and I'm not convinced. I just wondered if you might pop by and see her.
Even if I did, do you really think she'd let me in?
Fine. Forget it. I'll see her. Leave it to me. Oh, and Frank, call the hospital and get them to collect all this stuff. It's been 8 months.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's possible, but let's just use COVID as an example. There are plenty of people, now there may not be plenty in this case in the game, but in COVID, like IRL, there are plenty of people who don't have symptoms, right? They're asymptomatic. Nobody even knows that they have it. So it's possible that she or Steven or both were carriers but didn't really show any symptoms. Maybe Steven then started to get affected, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if he actually died or not. It's possible, though, that neither of them had symptoms, and so they basically were both fine. It's really, I'm not sure if we have enough to know really what's gone on fully. I have yet to hear a recording by Kate, us, I think, if I remember right again. I think we're Kate. I have yet to hear a recording by Kate saying that she thinks she might have gotten it, but she doesn't have any symptoms, or everybody seems to have contracted this thing except her. I haven't heard anything along those lines, so I'm not sure. Oh no, I'm just saying, I'm not sure what's going on. I can't figure it out really. Yet, at least. That's gonna be on the other side of this wall. Or no, maybe up above. Yeah. Up above, I think.
I hung up on Stephen. He doesn't understand. Even if he were here to experience it directly, I'm still not sure he would. There has to be a way of consolidating, of offering reciprocal amplification to the signal.
Should you try to amplify the signal more? Whoops. I pushed S, it wasn't going down initially. I wonder if it's because I paused or something. Okay. Okay, it looks like there's a farmhouse or something up there that we've not been to. We were on the other side of the field before. Get hit by a car right in the middle. Where? There's nobody driving? How did I get hit by a car? It almost feels like maybe the light is some kind of a symbiotic life form, and that it might it only opens that far. It might invade a person as part of its, whatever symbiosis it's doing, but it isn't trying to kill anybody.
Hi! I want to work with you.
Jeez, what the bloody hell are we doing?
What are you up to?
Get out of my way. This is important.
You've been with Lizzie. You mess with her, I'll knock your bloody block off,
I
son.
need to track the pattern. It's critical.
What are you talking about, Stephen? People are sick. Birds are dying. My cows are dead. Where's Kate?
Still up at the tower for all I know. I could recalibrate the radial coordinates on the primary oscillators. If that holds up...
Stephen, where's Kate? What's going on?
Just keep out of my way!
So they're both the kind of split, working separately. But I think we were already here before, right? Yeah. So now we've circled around. So now we'll go back up this way. So they split. Stephen went after one set of ideas of what might be causing everything. And Kate was exploring another theory. Can I run, or are you not going to let me this time? It almost sounds like Stephen is in a bit of a panic. Like, a couple of things might be going on. One, he could see that everybody was getting infected and dying or whatever. Whatever it actually is, infection or not, whatever. And so he was panicking because he was thinking, I don't have long to figure this out, or everybody's going to be dead. And obviously we don't want everybody to die. So we got a lot of work to try to figure this thing out. And we have to hurry to do it. Okay. And that's coming that way. So that's somewhere we've not been. So I don't want to go there yet because that presumably moves on. So let's go back down here first. But also, not just that everybody is getting infected so he's on a time limit, but I think maybe he himself also got symptoms started having headaches or hallucinations or bloody noses or whatever it was. And that made him kind of panic even more, because he not only has a limited amount of time to help other people, but he has a limited time before he isn't going to be helping anybody. I'm starting to wonder if that's kind of some of what's going on too.
Got the telescope up and running again, but the pattern has burnt itself onto the lens. It's soaking up light and radiation, but not routing it anywhere, so I can only guess that it's using it as an energy source in its attempts to communicate. It needs more power. I wonder if I could boost the reception by using multiple towers.
Wasn't that sort of what Steven was going to do? Not with the same idea in mind, but wasn't he looking for another tower to boost the oscillation frequency or whatever? I think so. Ah, another save point. Okay.
Frank! Frank, for God's sake, stop!
Keep back, you bastard. I know what you've done.
Where's Lizzie? Where is she? I've got to find her.
You stay away. Someone's got to warn them. Someone's got to stop it.
You can't stop it. You have to understand. You hate me, I get that. But if we don't do this, it's not just the valley, it's everything, Frank. It's all gone.
You're talking bollocks.
You can't stop it! Jesus!
You take one step closer, I'll bash your bloody skull in, I swear to God.
All right, I'm going. But if you see Lizzie, tell her to get out. There's still time. Please, Frank. For her, not me.
If you're that bloody caring, you can save her yourself.
Don't you get it? I have to stay. Someone has to be here to confirm that everyone is dead.
And that's Kate, isn't it? That's us. We're forced to confirm that everybody is dead. Jeez. Okay. I don't know that I'm navigating this the best. Like, I feel like I'm probably missing stuff. A lot of stuff. That's the ladder we went up to get the, like, click on the one radio and get Kate's message from there. Well, let's see. And that bridge crosses. Okay, so we gotta go back over here. Cross again. But then we have to go. Yeah, okay, here we go. I thought we might have to go around. Yeah, his cigarette's still burning. These people literally just disappeared suddenly. Whenever it was that they finally disappeared. This seems like this goes a little bit, then I think this dead ends? It's hard to say. I can't tell where it's gonna... This is the same problem they did with Dear Esther too. I could never tell where it was gonna move on in the game or where you were gonna have a dead end. Made it difficult because you want to get everything, but you can't find anything because you can't find everything because you don't know what way to go. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Breaker 9, call in on 9. This is Lost Cowboy looking for anyone out there. Hello? Breaker 19. Breaker Travelin' Sherlock. Charlie, you out there? Over. Hello?
My family, my wife and kids, you know perfectly well what you've got to do. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You're asking me to sign their death warrant. My own family. Damn it, don't you think I'm aware of that? I'll still be here when you drop the fucking stuff.
No.
Don't you lecture me about sacrifice, you spineless little shit.
Stupid bastards!
If you're so full of ideas, you come here and try dealing with it. Tell them the time when we had a choice is over. Tell them to do it. You've got to do it now.
So that's going to go up. Let's see if we can go farther this way first before we go up. Pretty waterfall. I like the pretty waterfall. Makes me feel peaceful and happy inside and stuff.
Under the microscope, you could see how the light was following the cellular structure of its wings. The neural simplicity of the insects seems to prevent a full-blown infestation, so there's none of the hemorrhaging I'm seeing in the birds. But Stephen's wrong. This isn't an attack. It's a byproduct of the attempt to communicate. It's getting smarter. It's learning as it adapts. I'm confident of a breakthrough soon.
So it's not actually interesting. It's not some kind of symbiosis or infection or something. It's just trying to talk to us, or they, whatever, are trying to talk to them, but their consequences are fatal to people. Okay. So now that circles around. So now we only have two things left of this area to explore. We have up on top of the ridge there, kind of where that windmill and everything is. And then we have continuing farther up, way back over there. And I'm not sure which way loops around or not. I would guess, since that circled from the field and came this way, I would guess you do this area, including up above, if you can get up above from here, that is, and then you're expected to go back over and then look at that other stuff, is my guess. There's no way through here, though. Here we go. Climb through there. And this was, yeah, with there, where Frank was trying to radio out and heard the conversation that Stephen had. This is going quite a ways. Is this the next area? Do I want to turn around?
It just seems a bit odd, that's all. She's just over the hill. Why can't we go and collect her?
You heard the radio. Try to minimize contact with different groups of people. It might be spreading that way. Besides, Father Jeremy told me that Lizzie Graves said they're all fine. They're still planning on putting on their show.
So how does Father Jeremy know what's going on at the camp if we're all supposed to be staying at home?
A special dispensation for the clergy or something. I'm sure Rachel will be all right. She seems to live at the camp these days anyway.
She's 16, Sam. It's going to happen. I was pregnant when I was 17.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm worried about what Rachel gets up to. Come on, give me that other case. We'll still be here at midnight if we don't get a bloody move on.
Can't understand why the car wouldn't start. I'll have to get someone out to take a look at it.
Gosh, this is a lot of splitting. I don't know if I want to keep going on this or not. Feels like there's too much over here. This is probably continuing on. If that's true, then I want to get over to the other area. You just can't tell in these friggin' games. They seriously should have some kind of an indicator, a better indicator saying, go this way, rather than just free explore and you miss half the friggin' content in the game. I think up until this point, up until this area, we've managed to see everything there was to see, I think. But you just can't know for sure. And this goes up also. I don't know if this goes, this may not connect to that other area, I'm not sure. I feel like this doesn't. I feel like this goes maybe to the windmill. But
You knew.
Wade called me in about 6 weeks after, once he thought I could cope with knowing. I cannot ever repay you for what you did.
She was a good woman, Frank.
The best.
You should come back to church. Back to the community. You're missed.
I hate him, Father. I can't get down on my knees and pretend otherwise. And I don't understand why you don't hate him too.
I try my hardest not to, Frank. Goes against the job description somewhat. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. The conviction of things not seen. We have to trust him, even when his methods are hidden from view. Maybe see you on Sunday.
can I not get into this? Fence doesn't have an opening on that side, so I may or may not be able to get into there. More fence with no opening yet. No, this isn't gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back around. Really? That's weird. There's no setting like auto adjust volume to try to, like some kind of a optimization. It tries to give you the best, highest quality volume for different situations or something. And now we're back to there again. Okay. So, I think we're looking at the windmill and maybe buildings near it, and then that might be it. And then we go to that far area, far place where there's the footpath. I don't know. We've already been here, haven't we? So how do we go to the windmill? Wonder if this is something like in Dear Esther where you can't. No, this path goes through. We do this probably. Yeah. Might be. Hard to say. Nothing back there, right? No, it's just dead end. Okay. Shotgun. Another tape recorder. They have several of those for some reason. Black Dog Run Valley is where we are now, I guess. Okay. So I get we were at the Valleys Observatory starting out at the very beginning of the game. We went down into Yawton, then up into Tipworth Forest, and then across, and now we're in Black Dog Run Valley. So that will continue on when we're done here. I think this is right. I think we need to come here. I think that other path would have just continued to move on. So we're not actually entering the mill. There wasn't a memory out here. Interesting. I would have expected some kind of memory or scene here. Apparently not. Okay, maybe we get one on the way up here? Up this road, maybe? Oh, there's like a swimming pool over there. Oh, what? Go check that out. It's hot outside. I want to go in the pool. Now I realize it's really hot right now, and the pool is digital. I get that, but Lizzie. Oh no, that's a moving on as well. No! Stop! 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 Really? Okay. I might have kind of undone it a little bit, so I'm not forced to follow Lizzie at the moment. I want to have a look at this map again, because I think I think both ways maybe move on, but you're just basically going, because the valley's in the middle, right? Center of the map. So if I... Thanks for moving the shadow, so now I keep... Okay. So... We're there. So we either go to the area just north of us. Well, actually, where we are actually right now, the mill. So we either go that area or we go lakeside, I think. I think those are our options. And I think both of them will give us more of the story. Rebooted your phone? Okay. So here's the map by the mill. We started to continue. If you look kind of where the arrowhead is, where the pointing part of the arrow is, where the mill is actually, if you kind of go to the left, there's a dotted line that's a path heading down. It crosses a bridge, and that looks like that moves to where Lizzie is. Lizzie's story. But I think if we instead move to the right, back to where we were, there's kind of that campground area. So you go from the mill, follow the dotted lines kind of up, mostly up, but a little bit to the right. Right, like it's just to the right of that red line. Okay. If you follow that up, there's a campground there where we, I think, already were, right? And then we had the path we could have taken which will either go... I think those go to the same place, just different parts of it. I don't know, though. Whoops. Okay, let's go back this way. Follow the other path. See if we also end up... Maybe we'll happen upon another map and can confirm. See where we'll end up by following the other direction, the other set of paths. Because that one, now we have confirmation, because it said Lizzie, and we had that ball of light. So we have confirmation that going that way, for sure, moves you to the new section. So now let's go this other way and see if this... I think this ends up at the same place, the same section of this whole area, but it just ends up being farther north than where we encountered the Lizzie ball, or whatever you want to call it. All from here, back through, across the bridge here. No, I didn't realize it was this long, but yeah, I think we're not close. I mean, depends, I guess, technically upon what you mean by close to ending. I think, I don't know how, like, I don't know what to do to accomplish this. But I feel like if you hit certain spots in a row, you will get, like, to an end game scene. But the thing is, you'll miss potentially a bunch of other scenes too, right? So there's like I know the path to take, and you just play through and burn through the game. However you do that, wherever you need to go to do that. So there's that. And then there's the other option, which is what we're doing, which is kind of trying to explore everything to get a more complete story and, you know, better connect with the characters in the story, with their struggles and all that kind of stuff, right? So this, I think, which we started to go on and then we turned around, I think this probably ends up in the same place as the Windmill Way, but just through another path. But I don't know for sure. Since we know the other one moves on to the Lizzie section, but we don't know for sure what this moves on to or not, I figure we should probably explore this farther so we don't miss potential memories, scenes, backstory, any of that kind of stuff. I realize I've done quite a bit of backtracking, so I'm trying to do as much running as I can so it takes less time to get to the spots, right?
Thank you. Well, for the last 20 years as a semi-professional, yes, I suppose you could call it that. Well, we run a club here. A mix of hobby stargazers and more serious scientists. They sometimes let us use the observatory telescopes, but normally it's just a back garden sort of thing. Well, no, that's the thing. It's not like you need the Jodrell Bank to see it. There's just too many of them. Of course I'm serious. Go outside and count them. It's Orion, for God's sake. It's not difficult to find. Well, you tell me how many bloody stars are supposed to be on the belt, then.
I wonder if that's either hallucination or he was seeing extra light because of some of this anomaly that's going on in the area. Oh! This winds back to that forest area where we had Wendy. And we were following her stuff. That's where this goes, at least this particular path. And then we did follow that before. Okay, so this, for this we go back. Shoot. Can I find my way back? We went through a fence not long ago. Where was that? God dang it, now I'm all turned around. Frark. Okay. It's got to be this way because that's kind of blocked off. Okay. Let's keep going over here. No! Don't want this way. Where is the stinking gate I just went through? God dang it. Oh, it might be over here. Seriously? Wow, I suck. Okay, where is that stinking gate? And I just had the radio too. What the frig? Ah. Oh. Did I come from over this side? Yeah, I came from this side. Okay. Phew. I was like, seriously, where the crap did I just come from? Okay. And then over here should be... What, over this way was the bench? Yeah. And that was the thing from Graham. Okay. So now we're back out. Phew. I'll frickin'... I was like, what the... Stop! I'm confused. I'm lost. Okay. We didn't go this way before because there were too many branches and I was worried about not sticking to where we were. And this is the road, goes back down to Yachts. And okay. So now we just follow this path all the way back to the split and then we continue north instead. North, I think, is the way we've not been yet. So we will go all the way back. Hey. Thanks. La la la. At this point, because we're getting close to time to end for tonight, at this point I'm looking just for a save point. But also, preferably, while I'm exploring things we haven't explored yet, right? So, this may just go all the way back to Yachten. I'm actually not sure. Hey, guess where this went? All the way back to Yachten. Okay. So all of that was pointless. There was no need to continue on, but I didn't know. That's great. Okay. So we'll go all the way back over to where Lizzie was, and then we'll try to find the next save point there. Ugh, even with run, this takes a while. I know what these roads said and everything, just public footpath and village center, but I mean, I don't know. There might be a neighboring village next to Yachts, and you don't know. Alright. Well, I'm glad you've had fun. One more time back. Backtracking one more time. And I did do this to get up to the windmill. So we'll follow this back up. Around. Well, it really didn't. I really didn't care. I had proposed the time initially, just because I thought maybe or maybe not, this is a better time for some people. Didn't really turn out to be the case. Turned out that nobody could really make that time. So then I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we won't do that then. We will instead do the nighttime, which couple people were able to make, right? You and Monmouth were on tonight. Or at least a couple people I know of, because Monmouth's technically lurking, but I mean, you know, he at least said hello, so I know he's on. It's possible there were other lurkers as well, and I just didn't know that they watched. Although I feel like it's just you two. Unless they're having an error, Restream is showing two people, so. And like I said, in fairness, this is not my usual streaming time, so I don't necessarily, or streaming day in this case, so I don't necessarily expect people to be able to make it. I just happen to take a couple of days off, and so I figured, well, I've got some extra time. between the 2 days, so maybe I can do some extra streaming. See, and that's the thing with this. Everybody's gone to the Rapture. I didn't know how long this was going to take, and I wanted to try, if I could, to finish the game. Apparently, we weren't able to do it in a couple of sessions. Maybe we'll do it the next time we play. But I want to make progress at least. So, hi, Lizzie. I know, you were sitting there going, dude, where are you going? I know. More light sparkles to follow. Sounds like somebody in the distance. Like some kids playing, maybe, or something. Some screaming, like from some kids playing. Okay, so have I done both of these then? Tipworth Road. Winds around. I think I have, right? Have I not? I think I've been up here already, but let me double check. It's raining now in game. Interesting, I wouldn't have expected that. And that's Steven. Okay. Stop. Okay, since Lizzie was the next one we encountered, let's follow Lizzie. Okay, we're following Lizzie for sure. This time. Oh, here's a save point. Perfect.
Mrs. Graves! Lizzie, Mrs. Graves!
Rachel? Hey, what on earth's going on?
It's been awful. The thunder and the lightning and all the power went out, and everyone was in the hall, so I told them all to stay put. But then Sean Davis said he wasn't going to be told what to do by a stupid bloody girl and went out for a cigarette. And then didn't come back. And then Di, she went out after him and she didn't come back either.
Where's Dylan? Was he with Sean and Di?
No, I've been looking after him. Do you think they'll come back?
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I just know if he was my baby, I could never leave him. Even if the whole world was coming to an end, I'd make sure he came first.
You'd be a good mum, Rachel. Oh, don't worry. It's fine. Go back inside and tell everyone that they're doing a great job. A really wonderful job. I just got a few things to finish up here, and then I'll come in and join y'all.
Right.
Go on.
Yeah, she's a little crestfallen, like, or not crestfallen exactly. She's a little bit like, kind of confused, like, right, okay. Okay. So that is where we're going to end it. 32 minutes ago. Oh. Well, I guess we're not done yet then. I gotta save it. I don't want to lose 32 minutes of... Oh, there we go. Now it says it's saving. Now, okay, just hadn't said yet. 6 seconds ago. There we go. Confirm. All right, there we go. I was like, what the crap? And like, we just had a scene. What the heck? That's the thing that's supposed to do it, right? That'll be okay. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. Okay. That's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow night, tomorrow actually at the Sunday time, so the afternoon time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, and so on, we're going to be doing Journey per request of Patak, and then I will continue tomorrow night with probably with Vampire. Haven't 100% decided. See you then. Peace.
Poor Spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.